Howdy, folks, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Maddfuzzy Podcast. As always, I am your host, Marta, and I'm coming to you from a dark and cold day in Maine. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and there is no sunlight. I am entirely lit by this miraculous ring light. So glamour settings are on for this here knitting podcast. If you are new, this is a knitting podcast, believe it or not. It's not very regular, but look at me here sitting down only a week or two late. So I'll go over what I have been knitting for the last 3 or 4 weeks. There was like a holiday in there. We had Thanksgiving in America, so that happened. So, it's been a little bit, but I do have a lot of exciting knitting. I really wanted to come to you before I left for Montana. I am going home for Montana for the holidays. I am so excited. Going to spend Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's with the family in Helena, Montana. So I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to get an episode in because I'm not sure I'm going to get another one in, and I really wanted to show you some of these Christmas knits I've been working on. There's some great ones. So if you are new, welcome. All of the show notes I put down in the description bar, so if you ever want to check something out or follow a link or something, that's all down there. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It really does help the podcast. I know it's like we're kind of like pandering for these likes, but really it makes it so when you type in knitting podcast, the Maddfuzzy Podcast is in that first page instead of buried somewhere below some other things that aren't even knitting related. Shoved down with the algorithm. Please help out the podcast any way you can. Maddfuzzy is also a yarn line. I am the owner and dyer, sourcer of Maddfuzzy fibers, yarns and fibers, and that's on Etsy. There's a link down there, and we are all about 100% Maine sourced, milled, dyed yarn. So I do a lot of fingering weight yarns. I've got some DKs. Some single plies out of an Icelandic textile cross. They are up in the store, so take a look. It's a good time to, if you want to get something special in Maine made for someone on your Christmas list, it's a good time to do that. If you sign up for my e-newsletter, there's a link down there as well. You will get free shipping. Well, it gives you a little coupon code, so type that in at checkout. You'll save the shipping if that's, something you're worried about. And you can get gifts for people. Whatnot. So awesome. Just a little bit about myself. So I have been knitting quite a bit. It's been really dead at the bar. I am a late night bartender here in Camden, Maine, and so I can find myself between like 10 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock in the morning alone at the bar. So I watch a lot of the Weather Channel, and I've gotten a bit of knitting done. So I guess I will dive in. I don't really have any finished objects, just a lot of half-finished objects. So we'll go with that, and then I'll give you a little life update at the end. No new stuff in the shop. There's quite a bit of awesome stuff in the shop if you do want to check it out, but nothing new going in the shop at the moment. So it'll be just kind of all about my knitting and a little bit about, the future plans. So, all right, this is the really cool one. I'll do something a little bit further down the cool factor. I mean, they're still pretty cool. I don't know if I had this one done last week, but these are my opal socks. I did a garter stitch fish lips kiss heel. So I have one done, and before then I realized Christmas was so close. I got this far on the second one, and I have now since abandoned them for more pressing Christmas knitting. I'm leaving for Montana on the 17th, so that means all of my Maine gifts have to be all sorted out, and I have to kind of have everything I want to take with me all sorted out as well. So I'm feverishly knitting for those people, and then I'm more there's even more time crunch because this Saturday is going to be my birthday party. As some of you may know who are returning viewers, thank you. You are the best people in the entire world, and sorry, microphone. I love you dearly. So my birthday's Christmas Eve. So we throw a big party every year called Martamas. There's a lot of good food. I always get a bunch of pork ribs from Springdale Farm and I'll bake them down and I'll cover them in like a vinegar candy mixture. We call them sticky ribs. It's what my dad would make for me. Honestly, I'm really excited about having the like original sticky ribs this year because I'll be home in Montana and I've already told him that's what I want for my birthday dinner. It's not actually going to be on my birthday. So I'm making sticky ribs. He's going to make sticky ribs. His are always better. But I'm having a little shindig at a friend of mine's house. And we're going to, drink a little tequila, eat some pork ribs, and give people gifts. So I need to wrap a lot of gifts, and I need to finish some things. And then I had that moment of, well, if I finish one, I can wrap it and no one will really notice, right? So last week, here, they're in this bag. It's a crinkle bag, I'm sorry. I just grabbed it from upstairs. It's been living next to the couch because I have been living on the couch, knitting this for this deadline, and just binge watching New Girl. I don't know why I put off this show for so long. It is a great show. I am so entertained. It's like cotton candy. There's an overarching story, but like it's episodal, it's little pieces of candy. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yes. So I've been binge watching that. So I showed this on the last episode. This is the Wanderer Slipper by Andrea Mowry. And I finished one. Well, sort of. This is where the heel goes in. I've almost finished one. And then I realized, well, I need to make one for a friend for my party on Saturday. So, Ashley, if you're watching this, well, hold on. If this is before Martimas and I have gotten all of my ducks in a row and have managed to edit this on my next 2 days off, which is not going to happen. This is a Monday activity. Then you have to look away. Otherwise, I've already given them to you, so enjoy. The other thing, so what did I do with it? Now I've lost it. It's probably in my bag. Oh yeah, I'm using my super awesome vinyl Sasquatch bag I got in Seattle, in the Seattle airport. All right, guys, I don't know if you can handle this. This is actually done. Ends are woven in because I'm going to give the singular one to my friend. Looking away, Ashley. So, what I did is I bought one of these Noro gradients. This one is Curian. You can see that. And what happens with them, and I've got the other one because obviously I had to buy two. They're 50-gram balls, and I had to take from this one. So I'm going to have to buy a whole nother ball for the heel of the next one, but they're relatively inexpensive. This is a single ply yarn, and it goes through this gradient. So I'm going to have to get that. I might actually have to get another one of the Maine color, which was also relatively inexpensive. I went to the Cashmere Goat. I work at the bar across the street from the Cashmere Goat, so if you're ever there and you want to come in and get a drink, you might see me, and I will be knitting. But I got this Santa Cruz Organic Merino, and it's really nice. I am really happy with it. It was really reasonably priced. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like super expensive. So it's the gradient, right? It goes from blue to pink to purple, green, yellow, and then I've got the heel on the back. So, I mean, I'm in love with these things. My favorite part is the seam. You can really see the gradient happening. And that goes all the way around. And I did really well picking up the corner here. I don't have any gaps. So yeah, this is all pretty much done. I'll give it to her on Saturday and she'll try it on. I'll be like, all right, give it back. I gotta do another one. I like the bottom of the foot because the heel's done after the fact. Yeah, super fun, super enjoyable, and really easy to remember. Probably because I already did the green one. So when I was doing this one, I could remember the pattern. I could see where I was going. So after probably the second repeat here, I actually had it memorized and could just do it over and over and over again. I didn't even have to look at the pattern. So that made it really quick and really enjoyable, and something I would grab and gravitate towards. Putting in the afterthought heel was really easy as well. I was kind of nervous about it, but she gives you a video to kind of look over, and it just made tons of sense. Super easy to do. I highly recommend this pattern. The end product, everyone who's seen it or tried it on was super jealous. Really wanted one, so I might be making some more. It's at a worsted weight, so it goes really quick. It's maybe one of my favorite patterns of all time. So here's to you, Andrea. Well done. Great pattern. I highly recommend it. You should buy it. Yeah. And then the other thing I am feverishly knitting on is a pair of gift socks. So I moved into this beautiful lake house thanks to my friend James, and I've known him for a number of years, and he was a customer at Cuzzy's back when I was only working there one day a week, and he had asked me for a pair of socks like 3 years ago, and I just never made them. I'm kind of a selfish knitter, you guys know that, but because he gave me a place to live and it's the holidays, I am making him a pair of Christmas socks, and I am making these at a West Yorkshire Spinners. Here, I actually do have the tag for this one. Bear with me. I'm going to have a quick peek at the stash behind me. It is their signature 4-ply, and what's the color? I don't know. It doesn't say. Oh well. But it's like this holiday festive looking color. And he picked it out. Part of the reason he picked it out was because you're not going to need kind of special care instructions. He's not very good at separating laundry. So, hold on. My phone is binging. My friend is trying to get a hold of me about Marta's plans. So, popular lady. I'm just going to turn it off. It's distracting. So it's a 62 stitch sock. It's a little bigger for a men's foot. He's a 10.5. And I measured this on him the other night. I did pretty much from the heel turn all the way to here the other night at the bar. It was real dead. And I measured it on him, and it is time for toe decreases. So I'll be finishing this up. I wanted to have one of them to at least the toe decreases before I left for Montana, because I can finish the other one pretty quickly, but I won't have his foot. So, yeah, those are my works in progress. That's really all I've been working on. I kind of put everything else on hold to Christmas knit, because Christmas knitting is, of course, important, and I love giving handmade gifts. It's one of my favorite things to do. So that's really what I'm working on. Of course, there'll be another slipper, 2 other slippers, and whatnot. I do have a little stash fattening. I was on Instagram and I saw this and I had to go get one. I am so excited. I think this is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on. This is by the amazing and wonderful Mustache Yarns. And it is her Very Hobbit Christmas 24 striping repeat sock yarn. And I believe there are 2 skeins twisted together. They'll be identical. But yeah, there are 24 individual stripes per repeat. And she says, a stripe isn't exactly, you can't do them as Advent socks really. You can like knit to a certain point by days, and she tells you how to do that in a card she gave you. But the stripes are not quite long enough to just do one. Then you'd have a real short sock. But 24 color repeat, that is going to keep my attention so fast. I'm so excited. 24 colors? Shut the front door. So I had to buy one. I couldn't resist. It was like, shut up and take my money. I'll cast this on and you'll see how it looks. A knife is great. I'm wearing my Knit and Purl Can Change the World shirt. That's done by Skeindeer over across the pond there. I will include a link to her shop. I showed you a bag on the last episode, and I just want to show you the shirt because I got them both as a deal, and I love both of them very much. So, Maddfuzzy has applied for Farm and Fiber. We're going to be hopefully in that again this year. Come see me in Boston in February. I'm going home, yay! I'm going to check out, there's a really cool yarn store in Bozeman, Montana called, I believe it's the Yarn Cellar. And like cellar is in like down cellar. That's such a New England term. And yeah, I want to go there. I've been following her on Instagram, and they have an amazing hedgehog fiber collection. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to do a lot of hot springing. I'm going to see a lot of my friends. I have a core group of lady friends that we've all been friends since elementary school, so like 20 plus years of friendship, and I'm going to hang out with them. I'm going to see my buddy Steve. I think we're going to go to Chico Hot Springs. I'm just excited. It's going to be 2 weeks of just me in Montana with my parents and my friends, bumming around, and there's no like expectation to drive home afterwards, which is nice. I've been working a lot of nights at the bar, and that's been kind of screwing with me. I think it's one of the reasons I ended up filming in the middle of the night, and probably will again. Looking at the screen, I don't think I look that washed out. I think we're gonna roll with this because I work till 1 a.m. It's because drinking cutoff is 1 a.m. It'd be 2 if they could. But I'll get home, and I gotta wind down. I've already worked 12 hours, so I won't go to bed until 3 or 4, and then I sleep till like noon, and then the days have gone, and I don't know. It's a really weird lifestyle. I do like it. I do have like 5 days a week off. And in Maine, the sun, it'll set really, really early. Like it set at 4 o'clock. And so I actually get to see daylight, which a lot of people like go to work at night and come home at night. And I'm actually like, I wake up and it's light, and then I go to work when it's dark. So that's actually nice. I do get to see the daytime. I upped my makeup game. I don't know if you guys have noticed from the last episode. Working at the bar kind of gave me, I'm single this year. I got a job in which I interact with people. It's weird as it sounds, looks kind of do matter. So I've upped my makeup game. I signed up for BoxyCharm, which I really, really like. It comes once a month. And it's like a little present to myself. The nearest Ulta Beauty is an hour away. So it's like either it's sent to my door or I am like off to go get it. So yeah, been signing up for that. I did a little pink eyeshadow to go with the pink on my shirt. I'm going out to Threshers tonight, which is a brewery in Searsmont. So I'm gonna go out and have a couple beers and watch my friend play. It's open mic. And then this kind of starts my 3-day weekend, ending in a big party for me. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's pretty groovy. And I know it's going to be kind of a short episode, guys. Sorry. I kind of like plowed through that. But it's great talking to you. I'm glad I got it out. I'm glad I'm showing you what I'm working on, because the problem always is that I show you all this stuff I'm working on and then I give it all away before it's finished. So it's a terrible thing. So I really wanted to show you what I was actually making for Christmas this year and what we're getting up to. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. We have a Ravelry group for the podcast. I'm on Instagram. Yeah, I guess a 20-minute episode ain't going to kill you. Keeps things short and sweet and to the point. And I just really wanted to say, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Whatever you do celebrate, whether it is a holiday or just being with friends and family and enjoying each other's company and the lights. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you again. I might be able to get one out before I leave for Montana on the 17th. This lighting actually has been working pretty good. If I can film at night, that takes a lot of pressure off of me. So I hope you're all safe and happy and warm, and your knitting is all going to plan, and you're getting all your Christmas gifts done. Yeah, and I hope you all a wonderful New Year if I don't talk to you before then. But as always, enjoy your knitting. Bye, guys.